In times like these, it's easy to feel like nothing's going to change, even when the charts scream that a big shift is just around the corner. Sure, that corner could be a day, a week, or even a month. Who knows? But one thing's clear. The dull stretch is ending. Remember 2024? We slogged through the same endless waiting game back then. But this time it's different. The signs are lining up faster now. If history has taught us anything, it's that when momentum builds this far, it doesn't take long for the real action to kick in. Tired of fake gurus who claim to be expert traders but never trade live? I trade live on the second largest crypto exchange, where everything is transparent and results can't be faked. For over 440 days, I've consistently closed every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $34,000 in profits, with only 4% drawdown. Verified results, not empty claims. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in my profile and start copying my trades. Back then, we had to sit tight until that post-election surge. But now, get ready. The pace is about to pick up. It felt like half the year just dragged on, because it kind of was. For about 6 months, things were down, then barely up, and then stuck in this endless sideways shuffle. Honestly, it was brutal, like watching paint dry while getting poked with a stick. But here's the thing, that's not what's happening now. Well, it sort of is, just sped up a bit. Before we dive deeper though, let me be upfront. I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice, and please don't make any buying or selling decisions based on my ramblings here. Always do your own research. We're at a tipping point. That's the word from one XRP chart analyst. And there's a lot happening right now that backs it up. But let me say this, optimism isn't just the best approach here, it's the logical one. History has shown us time and again that 4-year cycles shape this market, and unless this is the one extraordinary time where everything changes, we're not done yet. And honestly, I don't believe for a second that's the case. Don't just take my word for it. Check out this post from chart analyst Credible Crypto and see for yourself. He hits the nail on the head here. This is a Bitcoin USD chart, and he's breaking it down. A low time frame view of Bitcoin as it moves back and forth between support and resistance, forming what could be the foundation of a higher time frame bottom. Take a look at this range he's highlighting. On the low end, we're around $74,000, with the upper limit closer to $94,000. Right in the middle, about $88,000, is where he predicts we're headed in the near term. Sure, Bitcoin could dip lower or climb higher, but the key takeaway, this kind of price action, this volatility, is completely normal. And here's the kicker. Even with all the ups and downs, the big picture hasn't changed. Credible Crypto is as confident as ever. He's calling for Bitcoin to hit approximately $150,000. As for XRP, his projection lands it in the $20 to $30 range. Will he be right? Time will tell, but I wouldn't be shocked if he nails it. Here's a post from Stock Money Lizard, a well-known chart analyst with an impressive 156,000 followers. The focus? A Bitcoin USD chart. Now I get it. I'm an altcoin enthusiast myself, especially when it comes to XRP. It's my largest holding and absolute favorite cryptocurrency. Sure, I'm biased, but for all the right reasons. That said, Bitcoin still sets the pace. I want to see it explode to the upside, tearing through resistance and charging ahead with unstoppable momentum. The faster Bitcoin runs, the better it is for altcoins like XRP to follow suit and shine. It would be an epic ride, an absolute thrill. Back to Stock Money Lizard's take. Bitcoin. Ongoing correction in a bull market, don't get fooled, will break the $108,000 all-time high within weeks or months. If history is any indication, he's got a point. Why so many doubt this scenario is beyond me. It feels like the most logical outcome. If you don't believe that's true, then you're essentially arguing that the most likely outcome is something fundamentally and drastically different, in the most extreme, life-altering way possible. And hey, if that's the reality, fine, I'll accept it. But if that's the case, it means the best days of this cycle are already behind us. It means we're headed straight into a bear market, left to wait and try again in a few years. That's all we, as XRP holders, would get. But honestly, I'm not buying it. That scenario just doesn't feel right. It doesn't add up. Why wouldn't people invest when global liquidity is increasing? You're telling me they're going to skip stocks and crypto in favor of what? You're saying the same correlation we've seen for over a decade between the crypto market and other financial systems just magically breaks now? That this is the moment it all stops lining up? Come on, that doesn't make any sense. Nope, not buying it, my friend, definitely not. Check out this post from Mustache. Hashtag altcoins. Don't sell in May, but stay. A fresh twist on an old saying, right? If you've been in the game for a while, you've heard the classic, sell in May and go away. Summers can be slow. Price action tends to hit snooze. But hey, that doesn't mean nothing happens. I'm always locked in, no matter what. It's all about perspective. Mustache has his own spin, showing last year's falling wedge and comparing it to what's unfolding now. He's convinced it's another falling wedge, this time for the crypto total market cap. So here's the thing. He says don't sell in May. Stick around because the timing looks promising. His take? The market's gearing up to head higher. Remember, 4 years ago, we saw the market peak. Whether you're into altcoins or Bitcoin, the top hit around April or May, right in that range. History has a way of echoing itself. That doesn't mean it can't stretch a little further, but still. Personally, I'm not betting on this dragging out until late 2025 or 2026. Honestly, I'd be shocked. Let me put it this way, I'd be really shocked. My gut tells me the fireworks are going to kick off much sooner than most think. And here's the kicker. There's plenty of reason to believe it. Check this out. Chart analyst Stephiz Crypto says XRP is oversold. Just take a look at the RSI down here on the weekly chart. His take? I'm accumulating, and honestly, he might be onto something. XRP is oversold, and Stephiz Crypto is stacking up. What do you think? Look at what's happening in the crypto space right now. People are talking, but more importantly, they're acting. Here's the kicker. If XRP truly is oversold right now, this could be insanely bullish. At $2.32 as I record this, and still in oversold territory, imagine the potential. This ride isn't over, not by a long shot. Another chart analyst, Javon Marks, also weighed in. He shared this XRP/USD chart and captioned it simply, the breaking point. That was just yesterday afternoon. He doesn't need to write more. Seriously. We're reaching that tipping point where, let's face it, something big is about to happen. This stagnant range can't last forever. That's exactly what I said heading into 2024, and I wasn't just guessing. I knew it. Grounded in historic trends. And no, I'm not a chart guy, but you don't need to be obsessed with charts to grasp the obvious. XRP wasn't going to float endlessly between $0.45 and $0.60. That's not how markets work. So then you've got to ask yourself, what's more likely? Does it just collapse and vanish, game over? Or does it smash through to a new all-time high and dive headfirst into price discovery? Well, guess what? We've already seen the all-time high. The only thing left now is for XRP to step onto the stage and let price discovery take the spotlight. I still believe it's heading our way. With fundamentals this strong and XRP holding its place in the top 10 coins by market cap, even with a US government agency actively trying to crush it, it's proven its resilience. Developer activity is up. Wallet addresses are growing. Adoption is climbing. Every metric shows progress. But were we supposed to believe it would just stay stagnant forever? Or worse, that it would break to the downside? Come on, you'd have to be out of your mind to think that. Those of us who saw the potential in XRP, we've been proven right, and let me tell you, this ride isn't over. XRP is going higher. Here's a headline from You Today. XRP to suffer more with delay in Ripple and SEC lawsuit. The post highlights commentary from Bill Morgan, who says, as weeks and months pass, I wonder if, despite all the settlement rumors, the uncertainty surrounding the SEC v. Ripple appeal will eventually drag XRP's price down. Honestly, I'm not worried about that at all. My perspective hasn't changed in over a year, and for good reason. Just look at what's happened. Take October, for example, when the SEC filed its appeal. I think it was October 2nd. The news caused XRP's price to dip about 5%, from around 56 cents to 53 cents. That's it. A 5% drop in about 90 minutes. Compare that to when the SEC first sued Ripple. XRP tanked for an entire week, plummeting from nearly 60 cents to just 16 cents. The difference is night and day. This time, a brief dip, then some recovery and sideways action. And that was it. Nothing major, just a small blip. No panic here. Let's not forget the pivotal moment, July 13th, 2023. That's when XRP gained legal clarity, and we all saw the price skyrocket, doubling within hours. But as with most things in crypto, the excitement didn't last forever. Over the following months, the entire market cooled, dragging XRP down with it. Now, rewind a bit further to August of last year. Was it the 7th or 8th? When Judge Torres gave her final ruling, penalties and all. The market reacted, but only briefly. XRP popped, jumping around 15 to 17%, but the buzz fizzled fast. Here's the thing, the market doesn't always care, but when it does, watch out. If we hit a euphoric wave, XRP could absolutely take off. It might just be the spark that ignites the crypto wildfire. Let me lay out a scenario, completely hypothetical, pure fantasy here, something I don't actually believe will happen. Imagine the appeal drags on for a year. Just humor me for a second. Say it doesn't settle, doesn't go away, and we're stuck watching this thing play out. Even if that wild scenario were to happen and the bull market wraps up in the meantime, XRP is still going to soar. Here's why. No one out there seriously thinks that whatever happens with the SEC, especially in today's pro-crypto climate, would tank XRP. Everyone already knows XRP has legal clarity, period. That's not even a debate anymore. And keep this in mind, the appeal only concerns Ripple's transactions. Yep, you heard me right. It has nothing to do with transactions involving the rest of us. So no matter what twists and turns this takes, XRP's trajectory remains clear-cut. Even if they win, nothing really changes. So no, I don't see this leading to anything negative, it just doesn't add up. Of course, others might see it differently, and that's totally fair. Opinions are opinions after all, but personally, I'd lean towards the upside on this one. If we get that outcome, I think we're looking at a serious move upward. Bottom line, this isn't something that worries me, not in the slightest. But hey, that's just my take. What's yours? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Oh, and just a heads up, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make buying or selling decisions based on anything I say or write. Seriously, that would be a very bad idea.